Bruce said, I'm ready to run.
Nope, they're getting ready for winter. So what they're doing is they make a glue. That way you can focus on the smoke.
This is Marion Austin Green doing her first bee encounter with Brenda.
So then, see this stuff right here? This is a...
Look at that. Wow.
They're pretty cool.
Are you ladies or guys? I don't know.
These are ladies.
Ladies.
This makes them sleepy.
Well, they communicate by scent.
Because there aren't that
So
many in here.
if they're
See,
afraid,
actually,
they
this is
emit a
the one to start with.
pheromone, a
So see what
scent,
they're
and this keeps them from smelling it.
What
So
we do is we take
they're not
out-
communicating.
These frames are empty. You can see they're starting to build here. So we're gonna take this set out.
You must be doing this quite a bit. Quite a long time, haven't you?
Glue them together.
well,
'cause we're
5
getting
years
ready for
maybe.
winter.
Really?
Yeah, 5 years. We went to.
Right, is
We
this
got
the one you
into
thought
it
might
kind
be
of
dying?
fostering
Yeah.
bees. We just provided a
Think they
space
are
and someone came to
still,
take care of it.
I think they are.
And then
Be surprised if they're
we ended up going to
really
bee
used to
school.
fall.
We went to bee school.
Oh,
Oh,
another little
really?
puff?
Nope,
This
they're
is
good. See how calm they
interesting.
are?
Okay, yep, yep.
If they start to look where you see all of their bee heads are looking up and looking
Yep,
at you,
yep.
then you're like, oh, they need a
Yeah,
puff.
give them a little puff.
But they're just
That's
concentrating
the way I
on.
am with cod, you know.
Yeah, they're kind of concentrating on what they're doing. They don't really care what we're doing. So I can get a better peek at what's happening on the bottom.
Well, looks like there's some honey being happening in there.
Yep, we have a queen on the leaf somewhere in here, so I want to be careful.
Now, are these all females or females?
Oh, females. Yeah, females.
They are getting ready for winter because they're all glued together.
They drive out the drones at the beginning of the winter or the beginning of the fall because they have no purpose.
Oh,
They
these
have no
ladies
use. So
actually do have some
the
honey.
drones are the
Oh, yeah,
males.
I
So
thought
they
they
send them
did.
out to
They
die.
did. Actually, they did last
So all
time.
the males have been sent out to die.
See,
Oh,
that's-
yeah, look at that. That's amazing. Yeah.
So this right here is what we call capped honey.
They don't
because
hibernate.
the
They
wax on it
All right,
get
is
yeah.
together
open
really
honey.
close
Yep.
and they shiver to keep warm. So
Oh,
they just kind of
very cool.
they
Really?
take
Oh,
their
very
wings out of
cool.
gear and they just shiver those wing muscles to keep warm.
All right, so they're on frame 2 down there.
Yep.
I may look at some of those. We'll see. And then this should also be. So this is normally in a. Where are we? This is the second brood box. So normally in like the height of the summer, you would see babies in like this section
Oh,
on
yeah?
both of these boxes.
Yep.
But because we're getting into fall, we're seeing more honey.
Oh, yeah, look at
See,
the
it's all
honey.
capped
So you
honey
can
there.
see the honey
Yep,
there.
yep, look at that. Yeah.
But
This is
What
the
is she doing now?
Brenda. Well, the frames are what they build the comb on. So she's taking them out and look at them because that's where they lay their eggs and they make their honey and this kind of stuff.
Oh, okay.
This is the first swarm hive, and we don't think they're necessarily going to survive the winter because they're not doing a real good job laying and they're not doing a real good job of making honey.
We saw quite a bit of honey in there, though.
Yeah, they need
Not
a lot
enough,
though.
not
Yeah.
enough. Yeah, okay.
yeah. And they're actually they're a fairly small hive, so
Yeah.
And they eat the honey.
Yep.
Yep.
That's how they survive the winter, by eating the honey. So.
Wow. See, I'm learning a lot.
Yeah,
that
see,
I
you
don't-
can't take all their honey away
Yep.
because you'll
Okay, yeah, they'll die.
starve them.
2 through.
Gee, I'll have to, if my grandson has a
Ladies.
project or something, to say, once you learn how they make honey and stuff, and I have to
Let's
come
raise
up
some
here.
bees.
Oh,
Raise
my
some
goodness.
bees.
You've got a great place for a bee hive.
Yeah,
we do have.
so.
Yep.
Come on, little sister.
Yeah, I'll have
Very
to.
cool. Oh, thank you for letting me do this. This is so exciting.
So that's a really.
So it's not exciting yet, you hope.
Think of this during a snowstorm and think, oh, I wonder how the bees are doing.
All right, so this is going to be a more active. This is going to have a lot more bees. Don't worry.
Now, when you first started, you had to
Oh,
hide
they're
these,
really
right?
busy, aren't they? Look
Yeah.
at the difference in what they're doing. Yeah.
A lot more bees in there.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, and that's the way you feed them.
Yep.
Put them over there for a second. No, ladies. Ladies. We'll do it this
Oh,
way.
want me to get out of the way?
Nope, you're good.
No, I just want to squish them because there's some on the back.
My nose.
I know. That's the thing. Everything starts itching as soon as you're wearing that thing.
All right. So,
pretty
What are
warm.
these guys doing? Are they just?
They're coming in. They're CPC. Some of them have like the yellow,
Yep.
the
Yep.
yellow leg warmers.
Yep.
They're bringing pollen in.
Oh, okay. All right.
So that's what they're
They're
doing right
hauling
now.
it in from everything
everywhere.
that they can find,
Yep.
you know. To,
And they're
So
still
they
finding it
must
somewhere.
have to travel quite far to find.
Yep, up to like 3 miles.
they do a They do a 5-mile radius. So up to 2.5 miles each direction. That's how far they'll go.
And they find their way back. I saw a show about that, the bee memory.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was
Well,
fascinating.
supposedly they can also recognize faces. So they recognize Brenda because she's been working with them.
Hey,
And,
ladies, come along.
And they always come right to your where they belong.
Yeah,
They always come back to the hive.
yeah. They have a memory that they.
Ladies.
If we moved the hive, then they would not be able to find their way back. So if we moved the hive even a foot, they wouldn't be able to find their way back, and they'd probably die.
Okay.
That would be bad.
Yeah.
Wow.
And also, when we take the frames out, we put them back in order
You could
because
probably-
they know.
When you
The
puff
order.
them, just
Bees was that smart.
Oh, they have their
they're wicked smart.
own intelligence. That
'Cause they work together.
look at all that honey.
Yeah, that's all honey.
Wow. Yep.
And that'll keep them for the winter.
Yeah, these guys are doing not too bad.
They don't eat too much during the winter, huh? Just
Well, they
Guys, do you get honey from them?
we might not this winter because some of these guys are like some of the honey from the hives that are doing well. We're going to put in the hives that are not doing well.
Move over, ladies. Yeah, this hive we gave 3 frames of honey from one of the other hives.
Yeah. So there's honey and brood in here, and this all should be mostly honey.
The good news is, hold on.
It's heavy.
wow! Look at that! Look at that! That is so cool.
They like really
That
boxed
is
out here.
Isn't that
very
cool?
What they did there.
cool.
Wow.
So when a
Holy
box
shit.
is full like this, it weighs about
Yeah, look
40
at that.
pounds.
Oh
40,
my
40 pounds of
God.
honey.
40 pounds
Bunched
of
out there
honey.
for a reason. That was weird. I think
What?
they were thinking about making some drone comb
Oh,
and then changed it. Look at the way they did it.
Mm.
So, see how the comb on the bottom looks different? I
mm.
think they were gonna make some males and then change course.
Decided not to. Because
But I
who
hope
needs
it's at the end of the
males?
season. Well, because it's the end of the season and they
I
need
want
honey.
John to see this because he's a little afraid of bees. And I said, you know, if you don't swat them and, get scared around them, I said, they're not going to sting you. And I said, but a hornet will.
Yeah,
They
hornet
just
might.
mean.
They're jerks.
Alright, well,
Now whose idea was this?
Probably Brenda's. Most of the good ideas are hers.
no, it was both of ours. We started off, we leased bees. So there was somebody who had the equipment and we paid to have them, keep their bees here.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, this one I am going to pull this top off because I want to see what's going on. Hey, ladies, I know you're not happy with me. So we leased them, and they kind of showed us the ropes, but then they disappeared, and it's all a fiasco. So then we decided to learn how to keep the bees ourselves. So we've been doing...
Did you take a class?
We ended up taking a class.
I know the Bee Association back in Maine
Does that? Yeah.
does classes, and I thought, oh, I really want to do that, but I didn't have a car at the time, and I thought, I just can't.
It's pretty interesting.
It was awesome. We learned so much.
Yeah.
So I'm a big jerk. And they just love gluing it all down. So that you can hear that crack. They're glue.
Because
They're like, we know what temperature we want this to be. And stop bothering us.
Okay, he's gone.
They really glue it all the way down to the cover.
They probably did. That's what they do.
oh my goodness, look at them.
If this was earlier in the season, I would be better about
You look very
taking-
comfortable over there.
Oh, gotta scratch my nose again.
My hair I didn't know I had a hair sticking out, but it's found a way to tickle my
Yeah.
nose.
Oh, I know. It's the problem with long hair in the suits. That crack is just the bee glue, because they love to glue everything. Oh, ladies, love that in this hive.
So this is the most successful hive of the bunch.
This one is the one that did not feel the need to swarm
Yep.
a million times.
Yep. You got a bee under your hand there, so be careful. Other hand.
Hey, lady. Some dark colored stuff here. They're putting stuff on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
For whatever reason, just because it's easier for them to get to.
Oh, I
further.
looked inside you and I knew you had all this. I had the biggest flowers out.
No, I know. It would be wonderful. Yeah.
No, we got a lot of flowers in the neighborhood, so they It's nice because they go visit the neighbors and pollinate the neighbors' stuff. And
Yep, our neighbor next door loves seeing them.
just don't swat them if they land on you, because
Yeah. That's when you get bit.
that's when you get stung. So
And it kills them too. So
Yep.
That's the truth.
it's not a good situation for either side. Oh, look at those guys. Yeah. What's the yellow stuff there? Is that pollen or
No, that's honey. That's the
honey?
liquid.
Okay, all
The
right.
liquid part.
Yep.
It's just
Yep.
a darker. Must
Yep.
be the what's coming in right now with the nectar.
Hmm.
Dark. Dark.
Brenda did a bee calendar.
Oh, she did.
Mm-hmm.
Ladies. But you're right. I don't need to take out every single thing, ladies. You're right. You're right. Just being invasive.
Oh, look at that. That's laden with honey,
Isn't that cool?
isn't it? Wow. Well, those gals will eat good this winter.
if we don't steal that to use for someone else,
Yeah.
someone else.
Oh, here's a really nice
So
one.
one queen bee,
Yep.
it might be,
Yep.
boy, she must be popular.
She's pretty popular. Yeah.
Hey,
She's
lady.
pretty tired too.
She only mates once in her life.
Oh, really?
And all the bee sperm that she keeps out, she just stores it away and she uses that as she goes. But she only mates that one time.
She died after.
Nope.
No, she's alive.
She lives for about 3 or 4 years.
Oh.
Yep. So the year that a queen is born, they have a different color. So there are 5 different colors because the queen can live up to 5 years. So that way you can get a sense of, like, in year 4, if she's not quite laying, that gives you an idea they might create a new queen. But there are 5 colors for each of the.
These are bees before they know what they're doing. Wow.
Well, beekeepers mark them with the colors. The bees don't mark themselves with the colors. But
They're fascinating. Yeah.
I know.
I just kind of like sitting out
wanna
here
do
watching
a
them
puff
sometimes.
across
Just
or
sitting where
not
you're
happy
sitting
with
and just
me
kind of
like that.
watching them come in and out. And it's very relaxing.
If you want to puff a smoke across, they're not super happy with this. Again, because they like to glue everything down. And they're like, stop messing with us, lady.
She's pissing us off.
Seriously.
Now, does all the bees leave that to go other places and come back, or do
Nope. Some of them, the life cycle is that when they're born, they stay in the hive and they work in the hive. As they get older, then they start coming out, and then they die. As they die working. But that's
Like Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
like Ruth Bader Ginsburg.
They work
Die in the
themselves to
saddle.
death.
Worked themselves to death. They.
Yeah.
But when they're first born, they work inside the hive, and as they get older, then they're sent out.
Can you tell that they're getting a little antsy when you hear them?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I
can
hear
them.
these guys.
And part of it too is the numbers, but
Yeah.
you can also hear them.
Yeah.
And then when you start to see them look at you, like I had one get all up in my
Yeah.
face.
Said, oh yeah, not happy.
When they start looking organized.
Have you watched Maya the Bee?
No.
I think it's a PBS. Oh, it's a wonderful.
It's a good show.
It's a wonderful show. I love watching that with the kids. Oh, and a bee's. There was a movie, A Bee's Life. Have you seen that?
Yep.
Oh, I love that. I love that. The bees revolt and say, "Stop taking our honey."
Stop talking here, honey.
Yeah, just because of one bee went out in the world and saw what was happening.
Oh, come on, ladies. I love gluing things down, which means I should probably just leave them alone. I just want to double check that no one's robbing from them.
Yeah, that is. They've really been.
They really do. It's like you can actually you collect this stuff. It's called propolis, and people will buy it, and they'll use it for different things.
For an adhesive?
Oh
Yeah.
my god, that's heavy.
Pretty much.
Babe, you were gonna put that back.
Okay. Yeah, pretty much when the frost comes in, we'll stop checking on them.
Oh,
Is that heavy? Yeah.
Well,
That looks-
a full super is what,
40 pounds, yeah.
It was not a full super. But
Little buzz, little.
All right.
little
I can see that they've got.
I got honey there on these sides, honey on that
so that'll
side.
be good.
So they put the honey on the outsides and they put the brood in the middle.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And so they've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they have plenty of honey.
Yep.
And then they should have some below.
Yep.
So we may be able to even take more honey to feed other
Yep.
folks.
These guys also might be the bee thieves. They might be stealing honey from the other people. We're not quite sure.
All right. Okay, I need you to.
All right.
All right. So these are the problem children because they are problems.
Yep.
So if you look, see that wide space right there? We have pushed that in. We made them a new entrance. And no, they pushed it out because they like to fly up and out.
Yep.
Unlike, see how these here?
Yep,
They just kind of take off.
yep.
These go up and then go out.
Yep.
That's
And
what they wanna
That's
do?
their decision.
That's what they want to do.
Yeah, you figured it out though.
This-
You read the bees. So.
Yeah. This was the hive that swarmed 3 times.
Get these smush bees
Yeah,
off.
they
here.
do seem a little more frantic than.
Yeah.
What are they? Different kinds of bees or
Nope, they're all the same. These are carnolians.
carnolians?
Yep, they're Italian bees.
Oh, it sounds like something from a Doctor Who.
Doesn't it? Well, they're very much. They do seem very alien. How you doing?
I thought I felt it in my hair.
I
You have one-
remember.
Because
You
you're in
do.
the runway.
Yep.
So if you'd like to back up, you can too. Don't feel like you need to stay right here.
Just don't swat them. Like I said, don't swat them
Oh, no,
because
no.
then they'll get you.
Because you're right next to them too. So.
And they can smell when you swat one. The other ones can smell that you swatted it.
What a great little
And then they'll all come
graveyard
after
over
you.
there. I love that one at the
Yeah.
distance with the slide.
Yeah, yeah. So you don't want to do
one of those
that.
for me.
What?
I want that slide in that little
Oh
playhouse.
yeah, that's
for
fun,
me.
huh?
I want to slide on stairs. I love to slide.
I did too.
So where does the hornets come from? I mean, they're ugly.
Yeah. Well, they have their purpose. They just they're just a different kind
Part of nature.
of thing.
Ladies.
So Marion Green, how was your first experience in the bee suit?
It was wonderful,
Yeah?
except my nose itch.
Except your nose itches.
Yeah, my old gray frizzy hair, I guess, was just
It's
flying
all
around
over.
my face.
You know, when I'm wearing the thing, and I try to keep my hair back, but it doesn't.
Yeah,
It doesn't
I
help.
put my hair up, but it didn't do.
Well, you and I both have fine hair.
Yes, we
So
do.
our fine hair doesn't hold well in the scrunchie.
I know, I hate it.
Yeah, Brenda has this thick hair that stays
Yeah,
where she puts
yeah.
it for the most part.
Yep, it's in my eyeball right now.
Yeah.
That's exactly where I put it. But you're right.
Yeah, these guys really are kind of
Oh yeah.
a little more frenzied than the other bees were.
I don't know. Maybe it's this hive. I don't know.
Yeah, they're just weird.
Yeah, these guys are weird. So they are making some honey.
Mm-hmm.
Very dark end of season
Mm-hmm.
honey. Let's see. It's frame 8. So maybe they're doing about the same as Swarm Hive 2.
Yeah, they're doing better than they were. I think they've finally kind of gotten serious.
Like, hey, it's the winter.
Yeah. They'll stop having babies and start making honey.
Well, they had a good group that came out recently, so. It's so funny, we had this, they kept swarming, we ran out of names, so that last one we checked over there, that tall one like this, we just called it Swarm Hive 2 because we were just like, are you done? Are you done swarming? Maybe we'll give you a name if you stick around. Stop naming them.
Oh, look
There
at
we
that.
go.
Those are busy bees.
Aren't they crazy? They're all that honey they're
wow.
putting out there.
Ah, honey.
Wow.
And so since these aren't full colonies, some of this might be enough for them.
Yeah, it might be.
So we'll see.
Just keep an eye on it.
So what if you
Honey, honey.
take the honey and stuff? What would that?
They would eat the honey they need, and they would just make more as they need it. You know, they're very good at self-regulating. They know exactly how much honey they
Yeah, look at it,
need.
It's
And
dripping. It's dripping.
There you go. And see those dark brown
Yep,
caps?
yep.
They still have more bees that are going to get born.
Yeah.
Oh no.
But
That's
you can
brood,
see
yeah.
how they're putting honey in the ones next to it because they don't need any more babies.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this one has them too. You can see down there.
Uh-huh.
Because what is it? What is it? The
Those are
bees
gonna
can
be-
live
is
for
that one
like
being born? Or is that one dead?
bees can live for 2 weeks during the spring summer season, or 6 weeks during the winter season.
They live 6 weeks during the summer.
Oh, is that what it is? And the other way is
are you doing? Are you being born? Or are you dead? I don't know. We'll leave you in. Okay. Ooh.
Oh, did I get in your face? I'm
That's
sorry.
okay.
I was
That's
just, I thought, oh, I got to remember.
Oh, you're gonna smell like
Rob-
smoke, Ma. Just so
Rob
you know.
gets it in
That's
my
okay.
face all the time.
You know, I love
It's
the
a nice smoke.
smell of somebody in a flannel shirt with a little
That's gonna be
wood
you.
smoky smell.
That's gonna be you for the rest
That's
of the day.
okay. Maybe I'll attract a
bee.
lumberjack or something.
Or a bee.
Or a bee.
Look at some bees. Alright, so they have the last of their brood. And I'd be really surprised if we see babies.
I feel like
Unlike
they're doing
row
all right.
1, which is still laying
yeah.
eggs.
Oh, it's you can see it dripping the honey.
Yeah,
Wow. Cool.
Because they haven't covered it yet.
yeah. I haven't capped it
Oh,
yet.
what is that? Oh no, that's just stuff. Okay. Okay, alright. Put it in there. There you go, ladies. Okay.